All right, well, it's springtime here in Central Oregon. It's a bit windy out here, but not a bad day. Today is March 13th, exactly 5 years to the day that we put this chunk of metal out here. And so let's grab it and go inside and take a look at it. So if you missed the first video that I did on this to make sure that I did all of these different paints exactly according to the instructions, I'll put a link to it right up here and down in the description. The goal of this test is to see whether or not Eastwood Platinum paint is actually worth the extra cost, how well it does compared to the different aluminum type paints that are out there on the market, as well as original Eastwood Encapsulator and Pour 15. I let it sit outside on my deck for the last 5 years, and Central Oregon weather is a combination of sunshine, snow, rain, sometimes some hail, mostly sunshine, but a lot of snow. Springtime here, it's kind of schizophrenic. Weather doesn't really know what it wants to be. Could be sunny one day, snowing the next day. But that presents for a really nice environment to put these paints through real world tests. So right off the bat, looking at this thing, I mean, obviously you can tell it's got some dirt, but not a lot has changed since our 2-year review. There is a little bit of some change down here on the Pour 15, where it looks like you can see some of the rust poking through. Now again, top coated, shaken, stirred, all of that stuff. I did do a review on that, so make sure you check that out. Spoiler alert, top coating does actually help, as top coating would also probably help all of these other paints. So to make this a fair test, I didn't top coat any of these paints. And Pour 15, I've had mixed results, and this is actually some of the better results I've had with Pour 15. As you can see, it's actually pretty thick up here on the top. So that one actually looks pretty good, other than the rust poking through here on the edge. The Eastwood Platinum paint looks a bit duller than it did when it's brand new, but there's not really a whole lot of rust poking through. Here on the edge, it looks like it did kind of scrape off just a little bit, but it's holding up really well compared to the day when I put it on there. The one in the middle is the Alumacoat. Now this is kind of a mobile home roof coating that they use to seal in the roof. And that one is kind of coming off here on the edges as well, so it's not really hanging on very well. This one down here is the chrome aluminum paint, and after the 1-year review, as you can see, it's not really holding up. This one was the thinnest one, and I would not recommend using this one. Moving on down here to the original Rust Encapsulator, it does look quite a bit duller, so the sun definitely has done a job on that guy. And as you can see, I'm not sure what happened there, but it has definitely chipped off. Other than that, not really any rust poking through, so could just be where it is on this piece of metal, but also seems to be holding up decently well. So now when it comes time to ranking which one is the best to the worst, definitely by far the worst is the chrome aluminum paint. Would not use that one. Probably number 4 would probably be the original Rust Encapsulator. Pretty close with the Alumacoat. So I don't know, either one of those probably on the same level. So it comes down between the Rust Encapsulator Platinum from Eastwood and the Pour 15. I would say based on this test, again, no top coating, either one of them, but based on just the level of what it takes to put these on here and how well they're holding up after 5 years in the Central Oregon sun, my vote would be for Eastwood Platinum. Cost, time, effectiveness, this one, in my opinion, beats Pour 15. Let me know what you think down in the comments, but for my money, I think the Eastwood Platinum paint is a very, very, very good product, and it's one that would definitely be worth considering, especially with the steps involved, the price, the effectiveness. The only issue that I have with it is the color. I don't want to paint my car silver, but it's very easily solved by painting over top of it. There you go. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back out on my back deck. Oh, it looks like we got a little bit of snow just in the time we've been doing this video. See what I mean? Schizophrenic. Let it sit for the next 5 years until 2030, check back in then and see what it looks like if we're still here and robots haven't taken over the planet. That's gonna do it for this episode. Make sure you subscribe down below so you can follow along. Hit that like button while you're there. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Go over here and get yourself a t-shirt or a hat, and I'll see you on the next one.